Now, if this ain't the biggest load of gaslighting bullshit I've ever seen in my entire life.
Guys coming home and women, you know, from Iraq, Afghanistan, Yemen, 20 fucking plus years of war, right? Most of these people can't even get help in the VA. Can't even fucking get that. You know what I mean? Everybody knows there's a veteran suicide epidemic. It's 22 a day. It's been going on for more than a decade.
Yep.
You know, we have a major suicide epidemic going on with veterans. We have a major addiction problem going on with veterans, PTSD, traumatic brain injury. I mean, you name it. Our people that spent 20 plus fucking years protecting this country can't get the help they need. But if you flip on the news, all you see is free hotels for immigrants in New York.
But Sean,
free health care.
Sean,
free this,
I don't
free
disagree
that.
with
It's
you,
like,
but
fuck, man. Like, we
You do disagree.
that's real pain fighting for this fucking country.
I got
you
it.
know what I mean?
I got it. If that's the dichotomy that you're presented with, okay. But again, I'll say this.
Here it comes.
You know what? That's your algorithm, man. Okay? Because here's the deal. Is that no one that I know of, okay, that would say that they're a Democrat. I don't even know if I'm a Democrat anymore. I don't know if I'm a part of any political, because it's just like, you know, pox on all your houses, in my opinion. But not that you should.
You're only saying that because the Democrats threw your fucking father under the bus. You wouldn't be saying that if your dad remained a nominee during that 2024 election cycle. So stop with the bullshit. Stop gaslighting us. You're fucking lying. You were a Democrat. You're just mad. You and your family are mad because you got pushed out because your dad couldn't even put a sentence together. So stop with the lies.
Shouldn't engage in the political process. It's like, I'm just talking about the parties. I think it's like imperative that we don't give up on politics as a solution. We got to, because what's the alternative? I mean, truly, if the politics and process aren't a solution to our problems, that the only solution to is who wins in a zero-sum game. Who wins? Guns. And that violence that you talked about. But if you think that, and I don't want to make all this about political, about, you know, I know that the people that you brought through here really, really care about the issues that you just talked about. I care about them. I know my dad did. I know 100% he did.
He sure did.
Veterans, about what's happening at the VA, about the addiction problem, about the suicide rate among veterans. I'm absolutely certain that he did. And so that's, you know, that's why he did the PACT Act. That's why he did a whole host of other things as it relates to veterans. But I'm not going to, like, see, I don't want to get into my dad's policy prescriptions, because then everybody just, like, turns off.
Yeah.
I don't want to get into the policy prescriptions because, there wasn't any. There wasn't any. Talking about addiction, let's talk about fentanyl, Hunter, and how that was coming in mass during your dad's administration because he had an open border. Let's talk about that. But I bet you don't want to.
But I can say this,
What
that
can you say?
nobody right now is in any way making even remotely a credible argument that if we, if we stop giving immigrants free hotel rooms, then we'd be able to prioritize veterans instead. Like, what a bunch of bullshit. Like, of course that's what you prioritize.
Yeah.
Of course that's what you do. And not only that, is that, okay, let's agree with this. The system is fucking broken. Completely broken. So let's get together and do a bipartisan legislation as it relates to it. And let's get the most conservative senator in the United States, one of the most conservative senators in the United States Senate, to come up with a plan that his caucus will accept and that he can sell to the Democrats.
How about you just do what we're doing right now and close the fucking border? Like, how about we just do what we're doing right now? Because as we see very, very little border crossings. Now we got to worry about what's going on in the north because they're continuing to go up there. A lot of the cartel members. As you see, a lot of people are covering this shit, and they're going up to the north now. And they're teaming up with the Canadian gangsters, and they're kind of having their routes going from the north. But how about we do what Trump did right when he got in office? That's all you had to do with illegal immigrants. But you didn't do nothing. You just fucking laid by while fucking caravan after rows and rows and thousands and millions of people came in. So let's stop with that.
And let's create a piece of legislation that a sitting president will sign into law. That'll at least begin to address some of these problems, some of the inequities on both sides that are occurring. And what do we do?
Wow, you just said a lot of nothing.
James Inhofe did that. Republican Party in the United States Senate did that. They got an agreement with the Republicans in Congress and the House side that they would vote for the legislation. And then Donald Trump stepped in 6 months before the election and told them that he was going to primary every single one of them that voted for that.
First off, let's talk about that legislation. You're going to let like up to 5,000 people before you start the cutoff. You were just going to fast track people like judges to give them asylum status, and you were going to bring them in here. You were not going to have the wait in Mexico policy. You weren't going to do anything. You were just going to let in more and more people. It was not good legislation, and it was not that bipartisan. It was only a few people on the right that were agreeing with this, and it was to kind of stop, almost put like a little, kind of stop a little bit of the bleed that was going on at the border, but it was not addressing the actual problem. Now, what happened when Trump got in office? We completely stopped it. So what are you saying? We already have the policy that's working. Stay in Mexico policy, deporting people that are here illegally, not incentivizing them to come in by giving them free shit, deporting them, saying, you come in, you're going home. People like Tom Hom and people like Donald Trump saying, don't get comfortable, motherfucker, you're going home. That's what we did, and that's what seems to be working. So shut the fuck up.
When you say you turn on the TV and what you see is a sea of disinformation.
No, you see a sea of people.
Some of it real about the bullshit, over abundance of resources that immigrants are taking.
You see how he had to stop himself over because he knows he's fucking lying. Come on, man. Let's tell the truth. Come on, let's tell the truth, Hunter. Some of it bullshit. Nah, we saw it with our own eyes. We saw it with our own eyes. Let's stop lying.
The United States. And what do I see when I turn on my TV or open up my phone? I see the exact opposite. Mm-hmm. And so we're both addicted to the problem.
How does that make sense?
And nobody's talking about the solution. And there's not somebody in politics right now that is, well, I think there are some people, but I don't think that we should expect somebody to come in and save us.
I don't either. I'll be honest with you.
I don't think we need somebody to save us, but Trump did stop the problem. So in the way you're talking, I guess he saved us. But no, I don't expect a politician to come save us financially or even with your community and stuff like that and how you live. I think that's up to us. But I agree with a politician coming in and closing the fucking border that we demand to be closed. I demand my politicians protect us from outside threats, protect us from inside threats. All that shit I do demand of my politicians. Now, I don't demand that they make my life better. I just demand that they take the government away from my life so it will get better and I could do it myself, because we don't believe in the government fucking handing out shit to people. We don't believe in the government facilitating the biggest mass migration of people ever in the history of our country and ever the history of the world, coming in by the millions into our country.
I fucking have given up.
Yeah.
Like here's
my problem. My problem is, and I guess this goes to the reason why when you said you're surprised that I listen, I'm surprised that I'm not surprised. I understand where you're coming from on that. Don't you think I want to?
Sorry?
I said, don't you think I want to figure out a solution to the immigration issue?
I think a lot of people do.
Hey, let me ask you a question. Don't you think Gavin Newsom wants to figure out? Now, I assume that anybody that's running for president, if they could fix the immigration issue, would try to fix the immigration issue.
What are you talking about? I think we need to deport more people, but we fixed it already. We see very little people coming in the southern border. Now, what we need to fix is the northern border. And that's putting pressure on Canada, like Trump was trying to do, and making sure that the northern border doesn't stay open, because that shit's also going to be a problem. So, what are you really talking about? You see, the border, it's worked from what we're doing right now.
Vibrant immigration, but we don't want immigrants that are coming here illegally, draining us of resources, and also and being prioritized above people that are actual literal heroes that are coming home, that are still recovering from 20 years of endless war.
That's exactly what your father did. He prioritized illegal immigrants over his own citizens, his own fucking veterans. What are you talking about? And it was your father's policy that brought a bunch of Afghanis over to America in the refugee status that's causing all kinds of trouble to this day, because he did the worst pullout in the history of pullouts. I mean, god damn, I know Mexicans that pull out better than this. And that's hard to do. Mexicans do not pull out. We all know they have babies everywhere. Bah, bah, bah. Here's a baby, here's a baby, here's a baby. Your father was part of bringing in the largest group of people into the United States illegally at that. Also, fentanyl, child sex trafficking. He made the fucking cartels as rich as possible because, I mean, he was basically helping them out. He fucking brought in criminals, insane asylum people. He brought in everybody from all over the world. I mean, we're talking Muslims, we're talking Asians, we're talking communists, we're talking socialists, we're talking everything from every reach of the world. He brought them in mass. And to pretend that, oh, we don't want illegal immigrants draining our resources. You had kids in New York that couldn't even go to school because they were using the school as a place to house migrants. Down the street from me on San Pedro in San Antonio, Texas, you had thousands and thousands of people coming in consistently over and over and over. Not only were you treating them like shit, they were over here causing all kinds of trouble in our neighborhoods. You don't put them in your neighborhoods. You don't put them in the rich neighborhoods. You put them in our neighborhoods. So we have to deal with it. To say that, oh, we don't want them draining our resources, that's exactly what you did. That's exactly what you did. And to pretend and to gaslight us like, oh, you're not part of that. You're not part of that problem. We don't want that. We don't want that. That just, I mean, you know, that's just the media talking. You're so full of shit. It's disgusting. And I for one, am kind of disappointed in Sean Ryan, and I still like him. I don't care. I still think he's a big part of getting the truth and a lot of things. And he's a great podcaster. And no shade towards Sean Ryan, but to pretend that this guy's dad's administration was part of that, oh, we didn't really want illegal migrants. Mayorkas, Joe Biden, y'all were talking over and over about how we need more and more migrants. You did not care. You did not close the border. We need Congress to stop it. Trump stopped it within 1 month. You gave them everything that they needed: housing, EBT cards, free medical, free dental. What are you talking about? For real, what are you talking about? I really want to know, because it's insulting to us to have to live through all that shit and for you to pretend like you're on our side, like you're one of us, and that you are against all the things that your father stood for. It's insulting. And for Sean Ryan, bro, you should have pushed back a lot harder. Come on. This is bad. This is bad. You should have pushed harder. You should have at least questioned his motives in this whole conversation, because we all saw it for 4 fucking years. And you did too. So I call bullshit. And just like Gavin Newsom, this dude's trying to redefine himself, put himself in conservative podcasts and pretend, yeah, I'm just like one of you. You know, I don't believe in that. I don't believe in Latinx. I don't believe in DEI. I believe in marriage. I don't believe in judging people by color. I don't believe in judging people by sexual orientation. Yeah, you do. We saw it. We fucking lived it. You made people take a shot that they did not want to take in the military, the people that you're pretending to fight for. We saw people in certain jobs have to take this shit too. You forced it on us. And to pretend that you didn't and to gaslight us that way is infuriating. So fuck you, Hunter Biden. Fuck you, Joe Biden. And to pretend you're part of the media's manipulation about you is so rich, because you're the ones that fucking had the media attack everybody. You're the ones that put the DOJ on everybody, the FBI on everybody. You're the one that put pressure on social media to ban, censor, and shadow ban every right winger, so none of their ideas will get out to the ethers, get to the people, because you did not want that, because you cannot win on a battle of ideas. You had to censor people to believe what you were pushing. And you want to pretend you weren't part of that? No, we're not gonna let you rewrite history.